you seen a situation like that? And what are your thoughts, and what do you think the impacts of that are? So I'm gonna toss it to you. I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna let you guys talk. Donnie, I'll come to you next.
Okay, great.
Well, first hand on me, man. I can witness this firsthand. Because for one, I think it's all out of jealousy, man. I'm not gonna say all of it, but I'm gonna say with the mom denying you access to your kids, I'm thinking it's all out of jealousy. That was my case. That was my case. I'm not speaking on nobody else. That was my case. The reason why I got put on child support in it was because of jealousy. The reason why I got denied from seeing my child was because of jealousy. And I went through the court system trying to get.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, man. I got disconnected. Would you please start over, man? Somebody called me and I hit the wrong button, James. Hit start. You said it. You said it. You think it starts from jealousy. Say that again and go. And I will get it right this time.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm speaking on my case right now.
Yeah,
I think when I first got put on child support and would deny access from seeing my kids, it was all out of jealousy. Because I didn't want to be with the mom at the time. And I got drugged. I got drugged through the mud with that about probably 10, 15 years, man, going through the court system. And it seemed like nothing happened, period. And I see that still today. With my brother, I see it today, right now. My brother can't even see it right now because he got a jealous baby mama who mad because he got married and left her. It's really going on. I see it all the time, man. And no, I don't think it right. And then again, you got some fathers who is not stepping up for real, who is not doing what they're supposed to do for real.
Sure.
They really making it bad for the one who's trying. But I'm not even here to bash the mamas, man, bash the women. I'm not gonna even say it's all their fault. But I'm gonna say some of them, yeah, it's their fault.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, man? I mean, you know, I was just throwing that out as an example, and you hit it nail on the head. You just said it. You just verified it. It was because of jealousy, because somebody, you know, decided to move on. And, you know, a lot of that bitterness, what I see, man, is their issue with you, the woman's issue with you. They can't separate what happened with you and what's best for the child. So they take that anger and that disappointment and that letdown. They take what they feel for you and they channel that energy through the situation, the relationship with the child. But the child doesn't care about the parents not getting, I mean, the child does care because the child wants the parents to get along, but the child didn't have anything to do with you not getting along. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll get in the bad.
That is correct.
Child don't want to get part of the situation because the child don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you had any obstacles? Was it hard for you to build a relationship with your child because the child thought that you didn't want to be there because you were kept from the child? Or did the child always have, you know, a sense of awareness? Maybe it was a common sense issue. Maybe they could hear it through the grapevine. Maybe they were able to just see it as time went on. Were they able to always sense that this wasn't your fault? Or did you have to fight? Did you always have to fight from behind? You and I were teammates. Did you have to fight from behind all the time?
Yeah, I had to fight. I had to fight a lot. But one thing I can say, yeah, that child sensed it. For me coming around all the time, and then the child listening at the mama saying, your dad ain't nothing. So the child is wondering why my dad ain't nothing, but my dad is still coming around, and you started fussing at my dad because he's coming around. Yeah, the child sensed it, man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's crazy, man. And you know, the irony of that is, and then Don, I'm gonna toss it to you. The irony of that is, you know, you go to court, like, because you said child support. So somewhere in that process, the system had to get involved, right? And it's crazy how they call it family court, but they don't do anything to make it better for everybody in the family. It's just about trying to make it good for one parent or one side of the family, which is the mom, the baby's mom. So it's like you call it child support. I mean, you call it family court, but you are enabling this other parent. Well, maybe the father has full custody, I don't know, or primary custody, but you are making it easy, or you're making it okay by standing by and allowing this. You're making it okay for whether we together or not, whether we have the same address or not. You making it okay for this child to have animosity towards me, for me to always have to fight for something that was my God-given right. And you wonder why we keep coming back in here and why I come in here with an attitude, or why I'm not able to be there. And then you get mad when the child falls by the wayside. It's because you allow her to push me to the wayside. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's crazy. Don, what do you think, man? Tell me, you had some great stuff you were talking about this morning. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, brothers, my son is, he turns 21 this year. I did not see my son. I saw him when he was born, and it took me, brothers, listen to this. It took me till last year to figure out that when she left, she said I couldn't keep a job. But brothers, I was in a high position, and sometimes in those high positions, you look around, ain't nobody in there but you. At the board, I mean the big table.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. I wasn't making a bunch of money. I'm doing a lot better now. But somehow, and I don't go to church every Sunday, brother. But my mother and father's deep in church. I'm there. But make a long story short, she claims that because I lost 2 jobs, and those jobs had me traveling and everything. I did the best I can, and she used that to separate. And before I knew it, I'm getting divorce papers. Hurt like everything, but I got over it. Next thing I know, I get a job, and it's a Delta Sigma Theta. The HR director hired me, and she told me, we need more people with your background. We don't see those, and I'm going to hire you. And so I've been there now for close to 17 years. Well, 16 years now. It'll be 17 late part of this year. And she didn't have to mentor me. She mentored me on how to get through the political side of this company. To make a long story short, my ex has lost 5 or 6 jobs. 5 or 6. If I tell you where she was working, you might figure out who she was. She was making big time money. We were living in Lake Spivey Country Club, right on Greens Circle, right in back of hole number 9. I mean, we were humble, but somehow she made that up, brothers. So when you go against that tread in the court system, they don't care where you're from. They don't care who you are. And we see that with our celebrities. They get the same treatment as we do.
Yeah.
I know, Roger, you're not making $15 million a year. I'm not making $15 million, $16 million, and Brother James, you're not making. But we get the same treatment on the same level. It comes out to that equation. So she told when I called HR proud that I got this new job 20-some years ago, and they said, Mrs. North does not want your money. I'm like, what? And it just went downhill from there. So I really did not see my son until he was 9 years old, man.
Wow.
And something told me to go to my mother and father's house, which they live in Carrollton, I live in Carrollton, not a big city. Some told me to get up and go see your mother and father that day. I see them all the time. I go and I see a Fulton County tag. I'm like, well, maybe it's my nephew from my sister's son. And they're sitting in the house. And she had convinced my mother and father to bring him down and don't call me. So